She said she loves you, but she's not in love with you anymore. Your stomach drops, your mind races. What the hell do you do now? Before you panic, listen up, because most guys make it worse within this first 7 days. 1 minute you're watching Netflix on the couch with her. The next minute she says, I love you, but I'm not in love with you anymore. And you're sitting there, what the hell just actually happened? Let me tell you about a guy named Dave. Dave's a business owner, 44, 2 kids. Everything seemed fine. No big fights. They still talked, still shared a bed, maybe less sex, but he figured that was normal marriage life, right? Then one night, she sits down at the kitchen table and her voice cracks. I can't do this anymore. I feel alone in this marriage. I don't love you the way that I used to. Dave's mind spiraled. What did I miss? Why didn't she say something sooner? Can I fix this? Here's the truth no one tells you. Women don't fall out of love out of nowhere. They fall out of emotional safety first. Then the love gets buried after years of disappointment, resentment, and silence. By the time she says, I don't feel it anymore, she already grieved the version of the relationship that she wanted and started detaching. This didn't happen yesterday. This is the result of years of little paper cuts. The cold tone, the missed date, the unresolved fight, the lack of presence. You might have moved on. She didn't. She stored it. And that storage has overflown. Imagine a bank account. Every time you connect with her, make her laugh, listen, hold her, you make a deposit. But every time you dismiss her, ignore the tension, and avoid tough conversations, you make a withdrawal. Most guys think the account's fine because they still live under the same roof. But she's watching that balance drop. When it hits 0, she doesn't yell, she doesn't fight, she emotionally checks out. So if you're saying, what the F just happened here? It's not that she stopped loving you. It's that the love got buried. And now your job isn't to talk her into loving you again. It's to rebuild the emotional safety so that love can resurface. Stick with me and I'll show you exactly how to do that. And this is extremely important because we want to make sure, and our genuine mission over here at The Heroic Husband is rebuilding and making the world a better place, one relationship at a time. The most successful societies genuinely make sure that they have a society filled with strong relationships. So as I show you this, especially what you do in the first 7 days after she says, I'm done, this is going to make sure that you show up better, that you have a stronger marriage, so that you can save your marriage, and that feeds back into the greater society. Making sure that your community, the society, everybody around you is supported, connected, because stronger relationships make a better world. And that's what we're trying to do over here. So what you do in the first 7 days after she says, I'm done, will either push her away for good, okay, or plant a seed of hope you can rebuild on later. I need you to hear this because most guys screw this part up. Not because they're weak, not because they don't care, but because no one ever taught us what actually works when a woman emotionally shuts down. So here's the number one mistake most men make. They go straight into chase mode or hunter mentality. You'll try to talk it out. You confess every feeling you've ever had. You panic and start oversharing, hoping she sees how serious you are. Or you go into the nice guy route. You buy flowers, write long text messages, tell her how much you've changed, even if it's only been 2 days. And deep down, I get it. You're terrified, right? You're trying to fight for your family. She's feeling numb. She's feeling guarded. She doesn't need your words. She needs your energy to shift. Here's why this backfires. When a woman has emotionally detached, logic doesn't land. Reassurance doesn't register. She doesn't want promises. She wants to feel safe. And safety doesn't come from long talks or flowers. It comes from consistency, calmness, and direction. Imagine your wife's emotional state is like a house on fire. She's standing inside it, surrounded by the smoke and fear. And here you come, running up with a notepad saying, let's talk about how this fire started. Let's go over all the things I'm going to change next time. I didn't mean to start the fire. Please believe me. Meanwhile, she just wants to know Are you calm enough to lead us out? Can you get her to fresh air? Can you be grounded where she's panicked? That's what she's testing for. What she needs to feel right now is this. He's not trying to fix me. He's focused. He's solid. He's not spinning in circles like I am. That feeling, that's what opens the door again, just a crack. And that's all you need to start turning things around. So, if you're in that first week, don't chase, don't confess, don't flutter with words. Let your actions get quiet and powerful. Show her safety, show her leadership, show her change, not by explaining it, but by embodying it. Because words don't rebuild trust. Your presence does. One of the most painful things to feel as a man is that your wife emotionally shut down and you didn't see it coming. You might be thinking, how did we go from laughing in the kitchen to icy silence? Or maybe she just dropped a bomb on you out of nowhere. I haven't felt close to you in a long time. And you're blindsided. But here's the truth. Women leave emotionally long before they leave physically. This didn't explode overnight. It eroded slowly. Most men are looking for the moment it all went wrong. Was it the one argument? Was it when I stayed late at work? Was it when we stopped having sex? But what you need to understand is this. She didn't shut down all at once. She shut down one disappointment at a time. Every ignored emotion, every unspoken need, every we'll talk later that never happened. It chipped away at her emotional safety. And here's the hard part. She was grieving in the marriage while in it. She tried to cope. She tried to fix it silently. She tried to be okay for the kids and not nag you. And while you thought things were normal, right, she was emotionally bleeding out. Let's say her heart was like a house. She kept sweeping things under the rug. Little things. You forgot her birthday. You didn't notice when she was clearly upset. You brushed off tension like a joke instead of checking in. At first, it was fine. She kept tidying, but over time, that rug turned into a mountain. And one day she realized, I don't feel safe in this house anymore. I don't feel seen here. So here's some warning signs most men miss. She stops arguing. And you think, phew, we're finally getting along, which it's not. But what's actually happening, she's giving up. When she stops fighting, it's not peace, it's silence. A silence is dangerous in the marriage. What you need to know now, though, is she's not cold, she's guarded. She's not cruel, she's hurt. She's not gone yet. But she's waiting to see if she can feel safe enough and even care again. This isn't about trying harder. It's about showing up differently. Less fixing, more listening. Less proving, more presence. If you're here wondering why she's emotionally gone, it's because the version of you she trusted faded. Now, she needs to see if you'll become someone new. Not just for her, but because you finally woke up. Stick with me, and I'll show you how to rebuild that safety layer by layer. If you think you can talk your way back into her heart, you're wrong. Right now, your words mean nothing. You could give the most heartfelt apology, say all the right things, and promise to change. But she doesn't believe it. Why? Because trust isn't rebuilt through words. It's rebuilt through emotional leadership. And this is where most men get stuck. You're trying to fix the marriage, but you haven't fixed the emotional environment that she lives in. She's not deciding with her head right now. She's checking, do I feel safe around you? Can I let my guard down? Are you the same man or someone I can actually relax with? And the only way she'll believe the answer is through what she feels in your presence, not what you say. So here's a concept that you need to understand. Calm assertiveness versus panic reaction. Most guys, when they sense the marriage is in trouble, go into panic mode. Emotional dumping, apologizing way too much, and over-explaining. Asking her to tell them what to do, and it makes her feel one thing, unsafe. Why? Because now you're emotionally unstable and she already feels emotionally. You've just handed her more weight to carry. Instead, What rebuilds trust? Calm assertiveness. It's when you speak less, but every word has weight. You don't beg, you lead. You don't react, you respond. You don't try to control emotions, you master your own. Let's say she's short with you one morning. Distant, cold, you feel the sting, and the panic rises. Panic reaction would be, what's wrong? Are you still mad? Do you even love me? But calm assertiveness sounds like this. Hey, I can tell there's distance. I'm not going to push you, but I want you to know I see it. And I'm working on what I need to work on, whether we talk today or not. No chasing, no pressure, just grounded presence. That's what she watches. That's what her nervous system responds to. That's what opens the door again. Think of your marriage like a greenhouse. Right now, the soil is dry. The air is too cold. And the plant, which is your connection, is barely hanging on. Don't fix a dying plant by yelling at it to grow. You don't pull on it. You fix the environment. You adjust the light. You regulate the temperature. You water it consistently. Do that long enough, and even the most wilted plant can come. If she doesn't trust your words right now, good. She shouldn't. It means she's paying attention. Now, your chance is to show her that the man she stopped believing in is finally starting to show up. Not with drama, not with promises, with presence, with leadership, with a new environment that feels safe again. So let's talk about what to actually say right now, because your next conversation with her can either reopen the door or reinforce her decision to shut it. This isn't about some perfect phrase to win her back. It's about creating something I call is the space of vulnerability. A space where her guard can drop because you're not trying to fix it. You're trying to understand her. First, let's talk about what not to say. Don't say, but I've done so much for the family. Don't say, you're being unfair. Don't say, just tell me what to do and I'll do it. And absolutely do not say, let's go to therapy and work this out. Because all of those are about your need to feel better, not her need to feel safe. Now, here's what to say instead. Keep it simple. Keep it low pressure. Keep it from the I perspective, okay? Try something like this. Hey, I've been thinking a lot about everything, and I get that what we had wasn't working for you. I don't want to go back to how it was, but I'd like to ask for the chance to rebuild this with real change. If you're open to it, can I ask what you see that I might have been missing? Why this works? You're not defending. You're not explaining. You're inviting her perspective into the room, which no one's done in a while. You're activating her feedback loop, not her defenses. She's used to you reacting, explaining, justifying, trying to logic your way out of emotional pain. But when you approach her calmly with no agenda except to hear her truth, you interrupt the pattern. You show her that this time, it's not about getting her back. It's about becoming someone worth coming back to. Think of her like a radio station. Right now, she's on emotional FM. You're tuned into logic AM. You're trying to send clear signals, but she's just hearing static. The moment you stop arguing facts and start validating feelings, boom, you're in the same frequency. Let's say she says, I just feel like I've been alone in this marriage for years. Panic reaction sounds like, that's not true. I've always been here. I work hard. I come home. I never cheat. But that's not what she said. Calm response sounds like, I didn't realize how alone you felt. That's on me. If you're open to it, I'd like to hear more because I don't want to keep getting things wrong. You're not agreeing with everything. You're not surrendering your integrity. You're just listening with presence, not pressure. Remember, you don't need to say the perfect thing. You need to say the real thing with calm, steady energy behind it. This isn't about convincing her. It's about showing her that for the first time in a long time, you're finally listening. All right. If you made it this far, you're probably asking, okay, but what do I do now? Here's your answer. Your mission for the next 30 days is simple. Rebuilding emotional safety, stop the bleeding, and lead. Not with long talks, not with over-explaining, not with another "I'm sorry" speech. With calm, visible shifts she can feel, even if she's skeptical at first. So let's break this down into 3 focus areas. 1, confidence she can feel. This doesn't mean acting cocky or fake. It means walking into a room with quiet certainty, standing taller, making eye contact, slowing down your speech, showing her, "I'm not here to fix you, I'm here to lead myself." An example of this, you used to follow her around the house asking, "Can we talk?" Now, you say, "I'm heading to the gym. Want me to grab you a coffee on the way back?" No neediness, no pressure, just presence. Second, calm under pressure. She might say things that sting. You don't snap back. You respond with composure. This is where she starts to feel the shift. This is because for the first time, she's not triggering your reactivity. That builds trust faster than words ever could. The third, personal discipline. Start showing that your life is under your leadership again. Wake up earlier. Eat clean. Move your body. Follow through on what you say, even in small things. Why this matters is because when a man keeps his promise to himself, she starts to believe he might keep them to her too. Think of yourself like a thermostat, not a thermometer. Most guys are thermometers. Whatever the room feels, they feel it. Wife's cold, they panic. Wife's angry, they react. But the thermostat sets the tone. It doesn't absorb the room, it adjusts it. For the next 30 days, your job is to become the thermostat. Steady, consistent, unshaken. Let's say she says, "I just don't think I love you anymore." Old you, spiral, beg, ask if she's seeing someone, go cold or defensive. The new you, "I hear you, that must be heavy to carry. I'm not going to push you, but I'm not going anywhere. I've got work to do." Then you show that, not by waiting on her hand and foot, but by working out, leading your schedule, being kind to her without asking for anything in return. She doesn't need perfection right now. She needs consistency. She needs to feel that you're not there to pressure her, that you're here to rebuild the environment that she stopped feeling safe in. Keep showing up. Keep leading calmly, because your energy, not your words, is what pulls her back in. And let me warn you now, she's going to test you, but it's not what you think. It's not cruelty. It's curiosity. When a woman has emotionally shut down and you start showing up differently, her first instinct isn't to trust it. Her first instinct is to test it. Not because she wants to punish you, but because she wants to know, is this real, or is he just performing until he gets what he wants? Example of what this might look like, she brings up your past mistakes right after you've had a calm day. She says, "I don't believe you've changed." She mocks your calm energy with, "Wow, who are you pretending to be today?" You'll feel the sting, that tightness in your chest. She's baiting you, whether she knows it or not. And here's where it counts. How you respond in these moments tells her if she can trust you again. What most guys do, they snap back saying, "I'm trying, okay?" Defend. They say, "It's not fair. You're not giving me a chance." Shut down. They say, "Forget it. Why even bother?" And in doing that, you confirm her suspicion. Yep. He's still the same guy underneath it all. What you need to do instead is breathe, pause, respond calmly. Say something like, "That's fair. You've got every right to doubt me right now. All I ask is that you keep watching. No defense, no argument, just presence." That's what breaks the cycle. That's what lands differently in her nervous system. Let me tell you about a guy I worked with. We'll call him Tom. Tom's wife had already contacted a lawyer. He was sleeping in the guest room. She told him, "There's nothing that you can say that would change how I feel." So instead of trying to convince her, he got calm. He showed up for the kids. He stopped defending. He started working out again. He started smiling, not to make her feel better, but because he was reconnecting with who he used to be. A week later, she hit him with a test. "You know, this whole new you thing just feels fake." Old Tom would have gotten angry, but new Tom looked her in the eyes and said, "I get that. Honestly, I don't blame you. But I'm doing this because I need to. Whether we work out or not, I'm done being the man I used to be. That moment changed everything. Not because she believed him right away, but because for the first time in a long time, she felt something shift. Think of a dog that's been kicked too many times. You reach your hand out and it flinches. It's not attacking you, it's testing for danger. That's your wife right now. Every time she lashes out, she's asking, is it safe to open up to you again? How you respond determines whether the emotional door stays shut or creaks open again. She's not testing your strength to break you. She's testing your steadiness to see if she can finally rest again. You're not here to pass the test with words. You're here to lead her back to safety, one calm moment at a time. And if you can do that consistently, brother, everything starts to shift. Look, if she said that she doesn't love you anymore, this isn't the end, but it is your wake-up call. You've learned a few hard truths today. Love doesn't die, it gets buried under broken trust. That what you say right now matters way less than how you lead. That emotional safety is the foundation, and she's testing to see if it's safe to come close again. But here's the most important thing you need to know. This isn't about saving the marriage. It's about becoming the kind of man who leads without forcing, who holds steady when things get messy, who raises the standard not just for his wife, but for his kids and for himself. Because you are the thermostat now. And what you do next sets the tone not just for her, but for your legacy. Here's your next step. If this hit home, don't sit on it. Don't just watch another video and hope things will magically change. Book a free Heroic Husband Clarity Call using the link below. This isn't therapy. It's not fluff. It's a real conversation with a man who's been where you are and knows exactly how to get out. You don't have to guess. You don't have to go in at it alone, but you do have to move. This is your moment, not to convince her, but to become the man she'd never want to leave. Let's get to work, and I'll see you in the next video.